Hey Sagittarius, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022, baby. Sagittarius, there is this energy about Virgo season that's coming in that has a lot to do with, like, it's time to act from a place of fun, act from a place of passion, not acting from pressure. They will elicit two very different results for you. And I feel like it's really important to take the time, take a beat, take a breath, to assess which place within you are operating from. Are you accomplishing this thing from, or motivated to do this thing because of this, or because of this pressure or this obligation or duty? I almost stopped the video actually because I was just like, there also is like a preparedness. Am I prepared for this? Am I ready for this? Sagittarius, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Over there, me and the Spirit Squad dive into the plunge, which is the extended reading. We clarify every single card and really get into it. For daily content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. And I just want to take a moment to just actively like separate my personal life in this reading and the Sagittarians that I know from this reading, because I do feel like it's really important season to get stuff done. Hydrate, light it if you got it, lean in, you know how we do. Take a moment, settle in with me, because we are calling in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Thanking our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. And appreciative and grateful for all the guidance that we're given. Now, in Virgo season, we refine. This is feminine, mutable earth. I'm not taking those cards, but I did see the Page of Pentacles. So there is this reinvention of self, this newness, this like humbling even, the initial stages of getting grounded, the initial stages of building something, building a business possibly. We kick off Virgo season with its ruling planet, Mercury, exalted in Virgo. And so there is this clarity that's coming in, this quickness of the mind, the ability to make right decisions quickly. There's this attention to detail, Sagittarius, that I feel like you will benefit from if you collaborate with other people who have equal to, if not more, attention to detail than you. Now, our discernment is ramping up. Very high standards for the self. That's going to be increasing. And your high standards for yourself need to be established first before you go worrying about how others are meeting your standards. Are you operating at the standards that you want to be known for, essentially? This is a season where it's definitely do more, talk less. Money talks, put up or shut up. It's kind of like that kind of like energy. Now, this is a great season to really tap into your inner Beyonce by way of like building up your empire, not being a fucking tyrant. You know what I mean? I don't mean being a diva, though you have every right to do that. You just got to figure out that what kind of responses that's going to elicit from others. Now, on August 22nd, Virgo gets the sun. And there is this spotlight on service, analysis, practicality, order, doing things the right way, figuring out what the right way is for you. Then a lot of those lessons for you were learned in Leo season because your heart has been touched. There's this inescapable light that came through in Leo season that Virgo season is going to help us analyze. It's like Leo lit up all the dark crevices of our psyche, lit up everything, brought everything out to the surface, everything up to it, to the attention, and or up to the surface for your attention to analyze it now. And now it's going to be analyzed, assessed, what is to be discarded, what's to be invested in, so that you can start doing things the right way. On August 24th, I'm not taking any of those. The cards have been popping lately. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't be shuffling this much. Anyways, on August 24th, we have Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And the way it came through was fear factor. There's definitely going to end 5:55 on the clock, facing some conflicts, facing some fears. There is this analysis of what's not working, and Uranus is going to create upheaval in regards to it so that you cut it. Someone's price is way too high. It's time to cut it. That's how it feels. On August 27th, we have the new moon in Virgo, Sagittarius, and this is all about, for you, finding intentions, creating intentions and planting seeds in regards to how to unwind. Where do I need to tighten up? Where am I too tightly wound? You know what I mean? There is just like this discernment, this analysis that's coming through. On September 5th, Venus goes into Virgo, and it's giving Nine of Pentacles vibes. There's definitely this attracting in service, quality, order, attention. It's definitely going to be, we're moving into the more like cerebral kind of seasons of the year. On September 9th, Mercury retrogrades in Libra, and we'll go back into Virgo. So we'll retrograde back into Virgo. And so there is this, I feel like it's going to be a mild retrograde because Mercury is exalted in Virgo. So there's going to be deep reassessment, reevaluation needed in the realms of I balance and I analyze. How do you balance? How do you analyze? And those balancing and analysis tactics may be out of date. There may be just a new upgrading, system to upgrade to. The frickin' analogies have been through the roof this season. And then lastly, on September 10th, we have the full moon in Pisces. And that full moon in Pisces is all about disconnecting from your humanness, is how that came through. The axis of Pisces in Virgo is I analyze versus I believe. And it's like the 3D versus the ineffable, the 3D versus the spirit realm. And so there is something about what can you do to forget that you're a person? How can you get to that place where you remember again that you're a spirit and be actively doing what you can to be led by that spirit. So Sagittarius, light it if you got it. Hydrate. So we are calling in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. Cards have been out and popping. First card out. Wow. King of Swords. And then the Empress. Who you being mean to? Or someone may be being mean to you. First card out being the King of Swords. There is something about being more masterful with your words. Some of you, your attitude's been off. Some of you have been really sharp. Some of you haven't been communicative enough, or you've been mean or cold, or someone's being mean or cold to you. They may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus placements possibly. I feel like there are firm boundaries that need to be set with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Virgo, or Taurus. Firm boundaries needing to be set with a wife, a mother, the mother of your child, an ex-wife maybe, a boss, a long-term partner. There are these just harsh conversations that need to be had. Clarity needs to be provided, and the clarity can only be provided by way of communication, by way of providing clarity. Crystal clear communications. It's time to get clear in the realm of your thoughts. Because that's the thing, it's time to get more masterful with your thoughts. Your thoughts don't need to be running the show. Your emotions don't need to be running a show. Your spirit does. And if you don't know how to differentiate that, then it's time to get quiet. Start spending more time with yourself so you can differentiate your ego from your insecurities, your insecurities from your intuition. It's time to get quiet in the spirit, because the more masterful you are with your mind, the more masterful you'll be with your thoughts. And the more masterful you are with your thoughts, then the more masterful you'll be with your words. And since all of this is vibration, and we have a mechanism that creates vibration that turns into matter, then it's time to be very impeccable with your words, because your words can lift you up. Your words can lift you into prosperity and positive abundance, or they can lift you up into a place of pressure. You could, by way of not establishing some firm boundaries, you could end up relinquishing power and giving someone some sort of authority over you that hasn't earned it, doesn't need it. There also could be firm boundaries with the mother or a stepmother or the girlfriend, the wife, the business owner, the entrepreneur. Some of you just, things have been harsh, or you're having like harsh conversations, or you're feeling cold, feeling very disconnected. This is going to be a juicy plunge, that's for damn sure. But I feel like also this is in work. It's time to really start getting way more organized, way more masterful, way more communicative, working on your negotiating skills. I feel like after August 25th, when Mercury moves into Gemini, that's when it's time to renegotiate, refinance, renegotiate the terms or something. It'll be easier to think. It'll be easier to make clear and fair decisions. Our minds and our words will be colored by justice and fairness and flirtation and charm and all of those yummy things. So I feel like first thing out to be clarified on the selenite throne, Sagittarius, is how you use your words, how you wield your intellect, how you wield your power. Are you getting enough alone time? Are you getting enough me time? Are you luxuriating yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Is there someone that is showing up and really like being nurturing and kind to you, even though you're being kind of maybe a dick, or maybe you're not being as sweet or as kind or as sharp or as warm as you normally are? How are you feeling guarded? What's making you go into this kind of closed off kind of place? And if you are there, it is important to learn what you need to learn so you can get out of there. You don't need to stay sharp and guarded or mean or short to people. You're going to end up missing money. Page of Swords. Yeah, from the King to the Page. I'm telling you, if you stay here, there's someone that's going to come down and knock you off that high horse. Sagittarius, I don't know. I did not expect this. Going from the King to the Page is quite the fall. So some of you, there could have been like some area in your life where you feel like you've mastered something, you know the lingo, you know all the terminologies, all the things, and now you're, in order to level up in some sort of way, you're having to start over. So this could be you entering a new industry, or a new job, a new field or something of that nature. And it is important for you to take all of your experiential wisdom and knowledge into this new field, because there is plenty of prosperity there for you. There may be someone also that has kids or wants kids. There are powerful truths that need to be spoken. I feel like some of you are in like a baby mom, like a ex-wife complicated situation, and the children are the ones who say something to that parent. Either the children say something to you, or they say something to their mom or their parent or their step parent or their teacher, or And there's like these powerful truths, powerful conversations that are coming out. Clarity is coming out to be provided. I also feel like some of y'all are so used to all the tools that you have. It's like, oh yeah, I got this machete and I've got this like sword, the samurai sword, and I know how to wield all these things. But now you get, it's like the divine's trying to hand you a butterfly knife. The divine's trying to hand you, you know, a little 32, something like that, and you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. It's like there are new tools to develop, new facets of your mind to develop, new conversations to have. I feel like there's also ideas coming through. This is a great time. Venus going into Virgo and Mercury going into Libra and then back into Virgo, I feel like is going to put it, there's great ideas, great business ideas flowing. There's opportunities for money, for prosperity, for promotion coming through. So final two cards, final two messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Virgo season 2022. There is a big focus on your mind, your words, and your faith, where you allow yourself to be led. I feel like the children in your life, or the people who, the younger people in your life, have great ideas and are going to help restore and replenish you. This is it's funny because this is, you know, mutable earth. This is a season to ground, but I feel like you are getting the opportunity to really like be in the ether, to really like be in your head, to really reach for the stars, for you to there's some sort of new idea or new conversation, or maybe a new connection or relationship to someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placement, specifically Aquarius, and there's some sort of wish come true, or you being divinely rerouted, divinely guided to some place that you really want to be. This is you getting something that you want, and your faith being restored, your passion being restored. So are you dreaming big enough? Because the thing about the King of Swords is that, like, he is so stuck in his ways. He's so, like, used to being right. He's not good at taking other people's advice, or learning from other people's mistakes even. I would say that there is some sort of humbling, this, like, kind of knocking down, this like coming down a notch, coming down a level. And it doesn't have to be demotion necessarily. I just feel like there's this, it's time to approach things. At some point in Virgo season, you can't resolve what you're needing to resolve in the King of Swords energy. You need to shift, you need to like downshift into, and that came up for downshift, came into Libra too, where there's some sort of like, it's time to downshift into the energy of youthfulness or malleability. The King of Swords is not willing to be like, it's going to take another, it may take the Emperor or a whole nother king to get the King of Swords to like change his mind, or to, it's like he needs reliable sources to present him facts in order to change his mind or change his stance. Whereas the Page of Swords is open to everything, this curiosity, this not being so, it's like this lack of rigidity. I feel like there's something that comes through, especially Sagittarius in business. You need to, in business, I feel like it'd be very beneficial for you to be stern, for you to be very well researched, for you to know your shit, for you to really do what you can to level up. But as far as aspirations and like the next level, it's time to approach it from the realm of from the realm of a child, where it's time to play, it's time to dream, it's time to aspire. Final card, final message. Two major arcanas out and two court cards out. So it's a nice balance of people impacting your life versus the divine impacting your life this season. Feels like there's a redirection in money, redirection in comfort and stability in work and what is yours to have. You know what I mean? The realm of your possessions, there's a redirection there. And also in the realm of your faith, in the realm of the things that you know. What you have and what you know are changing, Sagittarius. Final card, final message, please. Two of Swords reversed. Wow. And what you have and what you know are changing because you're not in that place of being so stubborn anymore. Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I feel like in the ways that you've been wronged, You can't just clump all people together by like, oh, I've been wronged in this way, so all people who look like this or do this or behave this way or I meet this way are like this. There is something about breaking out of this old outdated this old outdated realm of the mind. I'm not even supposed to show y'all all this, but I'm gonna show it to you because big things are coming. Big shit popping, little shit stopping. But the little shit can't stop until you acknowledge, hey, the little shit has been popping because I have been stopping the bullshit, the big shit. Excuse me. The little shit I've been keeping myself blind. I haven't, there's been a lot of self-defense. And it feels like because your defenses are finally down, because you're finally starting to understand that it can't be all logic, you've got to compile the logic and your experiential wisdom with your intuition, with your feelings, and you can't make decisions from this place. So the closer that we get to Libra season, which is all about choices, all about balance, all about the scales and the teeter-totter, it's like you can go into it open-minded. 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck says there's been some betrayal or loss or something that was taken from you that has really been impacting your mental health. It's really been impacting the way that your perspective of life. It's been impacting the way that you see other people, and it's keeping you from receiving the good stuff that the divine wants to give you. How are you, if you're holding on to, everybody takes something from me, so I gotta hold on to this little bit, and because everybody takes everything from me, I'm like, I don't know about my resources, I don't know how this stuff is gonna last, and all this stuff, and it's like you holding on to all these fears and insecurities is keeping you from receiving these upgraded tools that divine wants to give you so that you can successfully move forward and be recognized for your hard work. But you can't get any of that stuff. It's like, how are you going? Look at this. How are you going to grab any of these tools that the divine is trying to hand you if you keep your mindset on the same old bullshit? This is the way things are always been. Men are always this way. Women are always this way. They only want me for this, or they only call me for this, or my kids see me as this. I'm just this thing to them. And it's just like, okay, well, it's like, if that's what you think you are, you're right. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because how are you going to receive what's around you? How are you going to assess the truth of anything if you keep yourself blind and guarded and stuck in the past? You won't even be able to heal the cuts from the past and accept these new tools if you choose to stay there. So there's profound healing coming in, Sagittarius. And it's the kind of healing that you can't speed up, you can't initiate, you can't process faster. This is by way of the Almighty. Forces greater than you are coming in, and there are these powerful conversations that are going to have you feeling stripped, feeling bare, feeling vulnerable, feeling ready to be intimate, maybe scared, but ready. And I feel like there's someone that's coming and is giving you the opportunity to have profound truth, to operate in your truth. There's opportunities for you to have all the things that you love, like so many things that you love, so many experiences that you want to have. And it's just like, stop running. Stop running. And it's like, you've got this hill that you're going on, you got to know how to downshift. You got to know how to, you got to know how to shift the gears. It's going to be a juicy ass plunge. Join us over at Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything. There's a lot of blue here, so it feels like there's a lot of spiritual access, a lot of spiritual work, shadow work, working on the subconscious mind. Read Psycho-Cybernetics, read Owning Your Own Shadow by Robert A. Johnson. All the Robert A. Johnson books are, honestly. But I do feel like your self-worth, your value, what you are known for, your intrinsic value of yourself, the things that you know that you have, your reputation, your comfort. All of that stuff is coming up to be shifted because there's a new perspective, a new mindset that needs to be healed here. And you just keep trying to wield your sword and swing your sword, but you're swinging blind, babe. And you're going to cut some stuff that's good for you if you haven't already. This is not safe. This is not protected. You la 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 la, that is not protection, and that's not safety. And so if you are brave enough to get out of your own head, to get out of your own way, to release this fear of what it could be, everybody's going to hurt you no matter what. It's just, what did Bob Marley say? It's like, it all just matters. Like, you've got to determine who's worth suffering for. But you got to suffer for you first. Get yourself, your standards up to the correct level. Then you can properly attract and call in someone that's willing to suffer for you too. This is a beautiful reading, and I just feel like there's a renewal that's coming, a renewal to your mind that's going to really help you get some peace, going to help you establish a new foundation in the realm of your mind, because all is mental. And we have the experience we expect. So if you start to really quiet, get solitary, healthy, and like a healthy solitude, there is this assessment that you get to make. You get to like really see where you're at. And you establishing this new foundation in your mind is going to really reflect in your physical 3D life. There is a lot of opportunities for success, abundance, prosperity. We kick off Virgo season with your ruling planet Jupiter retrograde in Aries. And there are these harsh lessons coming to you by way of the self, what you know about yourself. You may be tempted to go back to old sources of luck or old sources of income or old sources of love, and you're not going to find them there because you're not that you anymore. You are going to be forced to figure out who you are now and what you do about it, how you give back, and how you show up in your life and other people's lives. And that renewal may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary because you are being divinely guided away from the insecurity into that place of peace. I love you. You got this, I promise. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.